Now, from the global resources of ABC News.
For the first time on national television, Drew is showing us the future of liposuction.
Now this is the Zerona laser, and this achieves what we consider to be the holy grail of plastic surgery.
Zerona. What it is a laser, a cool touch laser. It doesn't burn the skin. It's used on the outside of the skin to melt fat.
Zerona, Z-E-R-O-N-A.
Doctors recommend a series of 6 treatments over a 2-week period for maximum effectiveness. The treatment takes 40 minutes.
You literally go in, take a little nap, wake up, and you're thinner. It's pretty incredible.
No pain, no downtime, no recovery, no needles, no surgery, no nothing.
There's nothing.
And you can literally read a magazine while it's going on.
Folks are losing around 4 inches off their bodies, but here they've seen some people losing around 11 inches.
It works.
This is see it, believe it results.
So this is 2 weeks. Isn't that impressive?
You look
I want you to
amazing.
stand up and show everyone this new body.
Hey, you look amazing.
Cook lost 7.5 inches in 2 weeks and 5 pounds.
It was amazing.
And look at this, is incredible.
This is the kind of thing that you just dream about. It is safe, it's effective, and it decreases your appetite and increases your good cholesterol and decreases the bad cholesterol.
Definitely, I can feel a lot better.
Oh, sounds pretty good to me.
I'm ready to do this. No, I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
Zerona, my Zerona, here we come.
What's going on?
Today on the Dr. Oz Show, and the miracle procedure to laser off your fat in minutes without surgery.
We guarantee 3 inches at least.
Next.
What if I told you this cutting-edge device could melt inches off your waist and keep them off for good? Well, today, I'll show you, live on the air, the miracle procedure to fight fat without undergoing the knife. Joining me is Dr. Jamie Heskett. She's performed this procedure on thousands of her New York City patients. Dr. Heskett, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, the device is called Zerona. Talk to me about how does it work? What fascinates you about it?
Well, I'm really excited to share this machine with you. It is the new frontier in fighting fat and getting rid of unwanted inches. So Zerona, actually what it does is a cold laser. It perforates the fat cell. When the fat cell is perforated, the contents of the fat cell leak out. They're taken into the circulation. It's either metabolized by exercise or by the liver, and the fat cell shrinks. And you shrink.
How many of you want to get your arms under here right now? Would you? A lot of you? All right. Limit for 4, just informed consent. I'm going to show you with an animation what this actually does, because we have some really cool footage, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how it might be used in your lives. Okay, so here's what happens. You got an animation that sort of brings this alive, because it starts with the skin, but there's all the fat that you have, and then the laser goes through that skin, and it hits the fat cells. Now let's actually see what really happens. Here are fat cells literally dissolve. You see this shrinking up, and as they become mush, they begin to spread out and dissolve. Now what really happens is individual cells get messages. Once they have that signal, your white blood cells see those little sticky things come in there, and they suck them up, and know what happens? The fat shrinks.
So what we love about this machine is, and this new technology, is what we call the Zerona trifecta. And that is non-invasive, it is completely painless, and most importantly, it does not destroy the fat cell. We know that the fat cell is important to the endocrine function of the body, and we also know that if you reduce or take away the fat cells from the body, then if you are to gain weight in the future, it's going to potentially go to an undesirable place. Right. So that's what makes this different than any other technology that has been available in the past, or any procedure that you can do that's invasive.
Perfect. So I'd like you to meet a woman who may be just like you. She's tried everything to get rid of those extra pounds, but nothing seems to work. Until maybe now.
My name is Catherine. I'm 48, and I am stuck. I have actually named my belly fat. This is my fat cat. Fat cat, it's time to leave the building. I mean, come on. I just can't take this anymore. I mean, I have been trying to lose weight for years. This sucker is not going away, and I don't know why. I have exercised, I eat right, but nothing is working. This is my diva dress. I have this dress that I bought a couple of years ago. I know, sexy, right? I am dying to fit into that red dress again. Oh, I used to feel sexy. I'd walk around in my little short skirts, but now, oh, it's not happening. There's a skinny diva in this body. there really is.
Catherine, thank you for joining us. So, not many women actually name their fat. And I could see how you're sort of connected to it, and we're thinking about it a lot. So, Dr. Hesketh, let me ask you, as a physician, how do you know if Catherine's a good candidate for this? And just help everyone understand who might actually benefit from the procedure.
So, Catherine is a great candidate for this because she is committed to a healthy lifestyle. So, for her, this is going to jumpstart her weight loss program, which was before an insurmountable challenge to her.
You ready? You psyched?
Yes, I am.
Slide on back here. Watch your head.
Okay.
There you are. Watch your head. Watch your head. Good. Okay. Slide up a little more. And I'll put these goggles on you. Now, this is a laser device, so just out of etiquette, we put glasses on. But they look good on you anyway, Catherine.
So do you feel anything, Catherine?
Oh, no, nothing yet.
So take us through the steps.
Yep, so we're just going to expose the area that she wants to reduce.
All of this.
Yep, all of this.
That's your whole body.
Oh, okay.
Disappear on us. She's gone.
Now, even though we're only focusing the laser for Catherine on her belly, she's going to lose inches everywhere because the fat cells have this beautiful capacity to communicate with each other. And I can guarantee that she can lose at least 3 and as many as 11 inches in 2 weeks, which is huge.
11 inches?
Huge.
I mean, where do you lose 11 inches? Most people don't have 11 inches to throw away. There's intestines in there.
Correct. She's not going to lose 11 inches from the circumference of her abdomen, of course. We're only limited by, you see these probes here, where they can actually reach.
Catherine's smiling so widely she's going to get wrinkles. All right, talk to me about how much of an investment is cost, time.
Okay, so it's the protocol is 6 sessions. You typically do it over a 2-week period, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can find this treatment is available all across the country in multiple different types of situations, like doctor's offices, health spas, etc. Generally, the cost is between $2,000 and $3,500, obviously depending on where you live. It's a 40-minute session, 20 minutes on each side, and you're out the door.
All right, you still no pain?
No, I'm fine. I wasn't even sure it was started.
Most people sleep during the procedure.
All right, so here's the deal. It takes about 2 weeks to see the benefit. And, you know, we are a little skeptical of all these ideas, so we wanted to really check this out. So I have some pictures before and afters of this device being used. Are you curious to see them? Yes. Okay, so here's a picture. This is an image of someone's belly. You see the before on the left and the after on the right. This is after 2 weeks of using the device. And let me have the side view if you don't mind. And that's a big difference. And that's pretty typical of the patients you see?
Typical. Yeah, we guarantee 3 inches at least.
You guarantee 3 inches?
We guarantee 3 inches at least.
That's a pretty good deal. Catherine, what do you think?
Woohoo!
All right, here's the deal. We're not going to keep you here for 40 minutes, but we have gotten a promise from Dr. Hesketh. She's going to take you to her office, and she's going to finish 6 therapies for you to get you, maybe those 11 inches that we can get off you. Dr. Hesketh, thank you very much. Catherine, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Live, the news you count on. NBC2, News at 5.
Lipo on your lunch break. That's how some doctors describe a new non-invasive technique used to target that stubborn fat.
It is a new FDA-approved technology. It has arrived in our part of Florida, and we are giving you the first look at it. It kind of allows you to lay back and relax and lose the inches. That's according to NBC2's Nancy Alvarez.
Go ahead and lay down.
Believe it or not, this is the centerpiece of Chantel Gibbons' new fitness plan.
You feel comfortable? Yeah. It's like laying in bed.
Chantel is targeting her problem spots with the Zerona laser.
No pain, it's not hot, it's not burning, it's not anything.
It's the first non-invasive form of liposuction just approved by the FDA at the end of last year.
Right here on her flank, right in here on this problem areas that she wants to work on.
Patients are losing inches, but there's no surgery, no bruising, no scarring.
There's no pain, There's absolutely no downtime. It's not invasive.
Dr. Daniel Kirshner is the first to bring the Zerona to Southwest Florida. These lasers penetrate fat cells inside the body and literally causes them to leak.
The laser literally opens up the fat cells and the fat flies out. Your body excretes it and eliminates it naturally.
The plan calls for at least 6 40-minute sessions over 2 weeks. The results?
It's about 2 3/4 in my waist, 2 inches here in my hips, and 1 inch in the thighs. Gone. Gone.
Chantel's mom, Debbie, went under the laser first.
It's like my clothes just feel so different. They're actually a little bit loose. I don't have that bulge around my waist anymore.
An outcome so satisfying she recommended it to her daughter. But the Zerona isn't for everyone. Dr. Kirshner says it's mainly for people looking to target problem areas that don't seem to budge with diet and exercise.
We're not killing fat cells, we're just shrinking the fat cells.
That means the fat can return. That's why treatment should go along with a fitness plan and healthy eating. In the end, just how long the results last is up to you.
I'm going to the gym and I'm eating even more healthier than before because I don't want it to come back.
Traditional liposuction runs between $4,000 to $8,000. The Zerona laser starts at $2,000 for 2 weeks of treatments, and Dr. Kirshner says most of his patients lose inches after just the first week. To learn more about the treatments, head to our website, nbc-2.com. Nancy Alvarez, NBC2.
Now this is the Zerona laser, and this achieves what we consider to be the holy grail of plastic surgery.
Zerona.
Zerona, Z-E-R-O-N-A. And this achieves fat loss, inch loss, without any invasiveness, without any surgery, without any needles, without any numbing meds, without any downtime. Okay, and really this is the only non-invasive laser that can actually reduce inches.
Really? You've used this yourself. You really believe it works.
Now you look at this and you say, well, what the heck is this thing? I mean, it looks like the tentacles of Dr. Octopus combined with something. It does look like Dr. Octopus. Yeah, something from the movie Aliens or something. But this is actually a very impressive machine. And I'm going to turn it on here.
Wow.
You want to put
There's
your
like
hand
disco
in?
lights on the floor.
You want to put your hand underneath it? No, stop. Oh, just kidding. That's fine. You can put your hand there. It's fine.
Funny guy.
So what this utilizes is 5...
Well, if we're going to stick something in there that I want smaller. That's not mine, by the way. Whose body is that? Is that yours?
That's
you
Chris.
look cute in there. So this is Christine, yes? Yes. So what exactly is going on with this machine?
Well, this machine utilizes 5 low-light lasers, and the lasers have actually been studied and found histologically to cause the fat cells in the body to release their fatty contents. And what they do is they release it actually into the space between the cells. And if you stack these treatments every other day for approximately 2 weeks, people can lose, by these studies, about 3 to 4 inches on average after 2 weeks, and some people have even lost up to 8 to 9 inches. There's no pain, no downtime, no recovery, no needles, no surgery, no nothing.
Well, there is some downtime if you have to go every other day for 2 weeks. How long do you have to be in there?
It's 40 minutes, so you spend 20 minutes on your back, 20 minutes on your tummy, and you can literally read a magazine while it's going on. I mean, you don't feel anything with the treatment.
Every other day for 2 weeks. How much would that cost?
They cost anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. In my practice, we actually are charging $1,800, and for people who don't lose at least 3 inches, we give them $1,000 as a credit towards lipo or something else they may be interested in.
And then how long are those results roughly lasting?
That's what we're still trying to see, because this, like all these other things, it's brand new, and this type of indication we're just coming out with.
So Christine had it. Christine, that was very brave of you, first of all, to lie down in your bikini under this for us. Did it hurt, first of all?
No, it was very relaxing. In fact, it was a great time for me to catch up on phone calls and close my eyes and chill out, actually. It was a really nice break in my day.
So it was really kind of zen for you?
Yes.
So no pain, and you went for 2 weeks, did you?
Yes.
Did you feel the results immediately? Did it take the full 2 weeks? What were the results for you?
I think I felt it pretty much immediately. I could feel a change. But after the 2 weeks, definitely, I could definitely feel a smoothness about my skin. I've had people comment, and then that muffin top isn't quite as big as it used to be, so that's really nice.
Now, we actually do have some, you saw me actually performing the treatment on Chris back in my office in Michigan, but we do actually have some before and after photos of her, so if you want to take a peek. So
oh,
this is her
wow,
from the front.
That's really a big difference.
And let's switch her to the side, and that's where you can really see. Now, Chris lost a total of 5.5 inches when you measure total. from the waist, from the hips, and from the thighs. And we estimated with her that that would probably equal about 2 liters of fat. Now, this is about 2 liters of fat. Do you want to hold this?
No.
Well, I'll put it down then. This is about 2 liters of fat or so. And that's what we estimate that the Zerona took off her with 2 weeks of painless treatments.
That is absolutely amazing. Do you feel even better about it when you see those pictures?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this, actually, and but definitely I can feel a lot better. It's great.
Oh, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I have to say, you gave us a lot to think about, Dr. Ian. Thank you so much. Thank you to our guests for being so brave and showing us this.
Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 11.
You do not need me to tell you that summer is coming. Your diet has worked up to a point. You don't want liposuction, but there is a non-surgical way, I'm told, to lose those remaining bulges. Dr. Bruce is here now to show us how it works. Come on, Bruce, it really works?
It works, Colleen, although you see from this woman that it works in a small way on people who want to be just a little more perfect. That means a lot of people, but it will work on almost everybody. It's a zapper, a cold laser called Zerona. We call it cold because it doesn't burn the skin. A lot of options out there, but this one really worked for this woman. Francia Ordonez is a personal trainer and works out hard and often. She was getting good results, but she wanted even more.
Well, you know, like it's almost bikini season, and every woman has like a problem area, and mine would be the outer thighs and the love handles.
So Francia decided to try a different procedure that targets those trouble spots. There are many variations of lasers and approach. The one you're watching is called Zerona. Doctors who use it say the cold laser reduces the size of fat cells in the body. The machine looks like an octopus with 5 arms, and each projects laser beams to the stomach, thighs, and waist area, all in an attempt to sculpt your body into what you'd like it to look like.
The laser will hit through the skin to the fat cells, and once it hits the fat cells, it makes little tiny holes in the fat cells, allowing the fat to leak out of the fat cells into the lymphatics. And then subsequently it goes into circulation where it can be metabolized.
One session takes 1 hour. You need about 6 sessions in 2 weeks for a full effect. There is no anesthesia, no painkillers, and no downtime.
It feels just a little bit warm.
Dr. Christopher Ho says most patients can go home right after the procedure, and he says the results are best if you work out during the 2 weeks of treatment.
We actually measured 6 areas: the thighs, the waist, the back, and the neck area. We usually see typical results about 4 inches total of all those areas.
Ho says the procedure is safe, but it may not be a good idea for people with thyroid or other metabolic conditions. Francia says she experienced no side effects at all, and she started seeing results after just 2 weeks.
I just started noticing everything was just getting tinier. I'm definitely ready. I'm going to feel a lot more confident than I did last year in a bikini.
As I said, there are a lot of options out there. This particular option costs around $1,000. Now, whenever you consider a medical procedure, weigh all the options and ask your doctor which is best for you. Now, I'm going to get right on the computer. I can answer all your questions about this laser, any other lasers, any other medical conditions. Email me now, and I'll answer you. Facebook.com, Dr. Bruce /NBCLA. Okay, so you're going to say she didn't need much to begin with, right?
I don't think she needed any. Yeah.
Well, she felt differently. So some people want to go just a little further. There are people who are a lot heavier that can use this. But I agree. She started out looking pretty good.
Yeah, I would say. And, you know, when you email Dr. Bruce tonight on Facebook, be sure and wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
I am 26.
You don't need the treatment either, do you?
You can ask me about that.
Did you just say that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. He's right about that, though.
Okay, let's go over to... didn't need it. Here's Fritz.
All righty. That was a miraculous procedure, I will admit that. She's a shadow of her former self.
Well, imagine being able to lose inches from your waistline without diet or exercise. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? I think it sounds too good to be true. But that's not so, according to a new wellness center in our region.
Oh, I am looking forward to this story. It's using lasers to blast away fat, and Maritimers who have tried it say it works. We get the details now in this Live at 5 house call.
Kathy Brown works out 5 days a week and tries to follow a sensible diet. Despite that, she finds her metabolism has slowed down over the years, and it's harder to keep the extra weight off.
I used to be able to lose weight in inches when I was younger, but at 50 plus, it's harder.
Kathy wanted to slim down for her beach vacation this spring, and to help her achieve her goal, she turned to a laser. Yes, a laser. Zerona is the very latest in body slimming technology. It's a laser that targets fat cells and zaps them.
When it's applied to the skin, it stimulates the fat cells right beneath the skin surface. And what this does is it encourages the fat cell to open up and release its contents. The contents are then taken into the lymphatic system and processed by the liver or metabolized through exercise.
Laura Hawkins operates one of our region's first Zerona lasers. She says the machine's forearms contain low-level or cold lasers that are placed over a patient's skin. During the 40-minute session, those diodes are moved around the body, typically focusing on the stomach, hips, and thighs.
During a consultation, we would typically sit down with a patient, look at where they're looking to lose from, and assess where the diodes would be placed based on their body type.
For best results, patients undergo a series of 9 treatments spaced 48 hours apart. They're asked to stay well hydrated and avoid caffeine and alcohol, as these can interfere with the metabolizing process. Zerona is approved by Health Canada as well as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. It's even been featured on the Dr. Oz show.
Well, today I'll show you live on the air the miracle procedure to fight fat without undergoing the knife.
What we love about this is that it is virtually a risk-free procedure. There is no pain involved, it's non-invasive, so there's no surgery, no downtime, no scarring or bruising.
Zerona isn't approved for pregnant or breastfeeding women. As well, anyone with a pre-existing medical condition should consult their doctor before beginning treatment. But for everyone else, Hawkins says the results speak for themselves.
We guarantee that our patients will lose a minimum of 3.5 to upwards of 9 or 11 inches over the span of 3 weeks.
Kathy admits she was skeptical in the beginning, thinking the whole procedure sounded too good to be true. But after 3 weeks, she's lost a total of 6 inches.
I didn't know at first if I was losing the inches until I tried on a pair of jeans. And the jeans were tight before and they fit perfectly.
She says she's noticed a big difference.
Zapping the fat, 2 new devices promise to help give people better-looking bodies without needles, injections, or exercise. Can they really work for you? We'll tell you today, Wednesday, September 15th, 2010.
From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Meredith.
Matt, over to you.
All right, Stephanie, thank you very much. Millions of Americans are overweight and looking for an easy fix. Well, now the FDA has approved 2 new technologies that promise to freeze and fry your fat away. How do they work? Are they safe? Dr. Nancy Snyderman is NBC's chief medical editor. Nancy, good morning to you.
Hey, Matt.
Silver bullets here or too good to be true? No?
Well, it's not for the obese. Here's sort of what was caught underneath the headlines. This is not for people who want to lose weight. This is sort of the next generation of technology that is probably going to supersede liposuction. It's really for changing the contour of a body, not for just getting rid of people who don't like the fat.
Nothing to do with health. This is aesthetics, pure and simple.
Pure and simple. If it were something to do with health and you could suck out the fat or change the fat that is around the organs and the inside, that would be great. This is not it.
In reading the material here, one that caught my attention, the laser that zaps the fat, that deflates the cells. Doesn't that fat then have to go somewhere? Does it get absorbed in the blood? What?
Brilliant question. It does have to go somewhere. So the one you're talking about, which is this sort of low-grade laser, surrounds the body, almost like this spider machine that you're looking at. And it basically punches holes in the fat cells and deflates them like squishing a grape. But then the fat inside that cell goes into the bloodstream. Temporarily, you're going to get a spike in the bloodstream of blood fat, and then your body will take care of that, and you will excrete it.
Also, you have said in the past there are good fat cells and bad fat cells.
Yeah.
Does this laser know the difference?
Well, it doesn't really. The problem is the fat that's on our hips and on our thighs and under our hands, that's sort of the subcutaneous fat that's the good stuff. Fat's complicated. Fat cells secrete a lot of hormones, some good, some bad. The bad toxic stuff is the stuff that's around your belly, and that is not where this stuff is aimed.
Either of these two technologies, the freezing or the zapping, does the fat just eventually come back?
Hopefully not. The cool thing is it looks like that once you squish these fat cells, whether you laser them or whether you freeze them, they really sort of go away. So I think the long term is really good, the safety is really good, but here's what people have to remember. This is for changing the shape of a body. This is not for a fat person. This is for a person with lumps and bumps and bulges and love handles. It's $1,500 minimum, up to $3,000 or more.
What kind of doctor do you go see?
At least a board-certified _ plastic surgeon, dermatologist will be doing this, aesthetic surgeon. Make sure this is someone who just has to take a weekend course and figure out the gizmos. And please know, this is not going to be covered by insurance. This is money out of pocket. And if you still have to lose weight, the weight loss comes first,
right.
The body sculpting comes second.
Putting it into perspective, as always, Nancy. Thanks very much.
No matter how much I work out, no matter how many squats I do, no matter how many crunches I do, it just sort of feels like my stomach and my thighs just don't ever really slim down in a way that I'm happy with. I work, and so I really don't have the time to, take off a lot of time. So it was also nice to know that I could attempt something that was non-invasive and holistic all at the same time.
So Kim, we're going to do a couple of pre-treatment measurements just so we can follow your progress. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and measure under the bra line here. Okay, so 32 across here, and right at the umbilicus we're going to measure, and we're 36.5. The Body Fit program is really a tiered approach, looking at exercise, nutrition, and also combining it with a Zerona laser treatment that will alter fat cells in usually areas that are very diet and exercise resistant, which are the tummy, the thighs, where people would have to really work hard and lose a lot of weight to get that. But what we're really focused on is slimming in these areas. So here is the laser. It's got 4 arms and a central laser that is actually emanating from the central part of the device here. What we'll do is we'll turn down the light for a second so that you can actually see the circulating beams. And each area that's being covered is being photostimulated by the laser. Kim, are you comfortable? Okay, so she's not, feeling any warmth or heat.
I'm really interested in finding out from you how much you are aware of nutrition.
I think I eat okay, but then I must be doing something wrong because I still don't really get the results.
When you just grab something on the run, like you were saying, is it usually something like something with sugar? Something, packaged?
Well, no, it's not packaged, but sometimes I get busy. I'm a working mom, and I get, on the run, and so I sometimes just grab what I can grab, and that can be, obviously sometimes not the greatest thing.
The hardest part about it is doing what we all know to do, which is we have to work on our nutrition and exercise more, and doing that in concert together to really kind of achieve the results that I wanted to achieve.
Okay, so here we are a month later, but more importantly, 7 treatments later. Talk to me about what's happened here. You look fantastic. How many inches have you lost?
So I lost 8 inches, which is really exciting. My pants are loose, and it just feels great.
Where would you say that you lost the majority of the weight?
So in the back here, on the back. So I had some, flaps, kind of rolls on the back, unsightly flaps, and those are, they have diminished a lot.
So in the back, let's spin around just so we can see. So this area, it looks fantastic. I mean, I don't remember it being a huge flap, but it looks very trim. Okay. And then some inches.
And then I lost some inches in my thighs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, around the midsection here.
How are your clothes? Are they feeling like you want them to?
The clothes are really big. So now I need to, you know, take my clothes in and get smaller clothes. I lost a size.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the Zerona has endured is known as a placebo-controlled, double-blinded, multi-site, randomized clinical trial. These types of studies demonstrate the true efficacy of the device. And in our study, patients endured a 2-week procedure for a total of 6 treatments. That was a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday treatment for 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, patients demonstrated that received the real laser, the Zerona treatment, demonstrated a reduction of 3.5 inches in just 2 weeks. And we compare that to our placebo group that received a fake laser, or what is known as a placebo laser, only demonstrated a reduction of 0.64 inches. What it means for me as a biochemist is now we have a tool for these individuals that have been struggling with their weight and with their size for so many years. And we can target these individuals for a period of time, exposing them to Zerona treatment, so that they can achieve not just their cosmetic goals, but their health goals. And by treating these individuals that are exceeding 30 BMI, which is obesity, we now have a means to provide them with the motivation necessary, not just to receive Zerona treatments, but make the adjustments in their life so overall they're a healthier individual. When we target an area, the cells are going to communicate to other fat cells that are stored in other areas of the body. With Zerona, we can see a slimming effect in other areas, and that's a powerful testament to the systemic effect associated with